So
apologise.
So I can't give you a quick answer, but we can come back to you, and it is something that we can look at. And we are very aware as a council of the situation, and within the powers we have, we are working with the agencies that we have to see what can be done.
Chair, may I ask a very brief supplementary question?
As there is only you, and it is a subject close to my heart, I will allow.
Thank you. Okay, so you referred to parish council. I thought I was at a town council. Okay, slight supplementary. As an idea, what about the town council as a key representative body of the community, facilitating a consortium of local businesses to enable Blacklands to be retained for everyone in East Grinstead and neighbouring villages to enjoy, as the facilitator, as opposed to funding the whole purchase?
Thank you. I think that obviously this is a very broad and not a quick decision that you've made on this. It need to go to the relevant committees, and I think that you are speaking to representatives here that are in two cases triple-hatted, our county councillors and district councillors, and several district councillors and town councillors in this room. Then your questions will have been heard by them, and I'm sure that this will be discussed more at the relevant committees. So thank you for coming down and asking those questions tonight.
Thank you. Please, I appeal to you. We need support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for indulging me. Thank you.
Item number 2, or one properly, is to apologies for absence.
We've had apologies from Councillor Gibbs and Councillor Scott, both were unwell this evening.
Thank you. Number 2 is to confirm the minutes of the Town Council meeting held on the 15th of May and the special council on the 15th of June. I'd like to propose those for accuracy. Can I have a second, please?
I will second that.
Thank you. Any comments on those minutes at all? In that case, can I have a show of hands to adopt them, please? Thank you. Perfect, thank you. Item number 3 is to receive any declarations of personal pecuniary interest. Only please make it known now. Oh, Councillor.
Thank you, Matt. If I was to say I'm a member of the Mid-Sussex District Council, so presumably you can recall other members here.
Yes, if you are a member of Mid-Sussex District Council or West Sussex County Council, we will know.
It's already on your declarations, and as there's nothing on the agenda tonight that's particularly pertinent, there's no need to note it again at this point.
Thank you. Item number 4 are Town Mayor's announcements. Fun bit. Okay, it's been a very busy and exciting time to May. Very, very busy. Actually, last month was chaos, but and this last couple of weeks has been unrelenting. But it's been very exciting, and I've got to say I'm loving every minute of it. I'm going to pick out a couple of highlights just to sort of brief you on. But firstly, I'm going to work backwards really. East Court Live yesterday was phenomenal. Not normally the busier one. It's sort of a bit in the middle there, and schools haven't broken up yet, and the weather wasn't quite looking as good as it could have been. But we had, and the music lineup was maybe a bit more niche, but it was packed. And thank you very much to town leader Tracy. Sorry,
Councillor Hughes.
Councillor Hughes. I was almost going to go with the bell, then my brain stopped myself. Sorry, Councillor Hughes, Councillor Barnett, Councillor Gibbs, Councillor Odie, who came yesterday, and Councillor DeBell as well. Yes, who came and helped yesterday. You were incredible, and to the staff, thank you. We raised an amazing £1,300 yesterday, which on top of the £1,500 from the one before is a great start for the charity. So thank you to everyone that came yesterday. Some of the other great things that we've had, Armed Forces Day was really, really good. Very successful event. I have spoken to some of the organisers about it to see if we can make it an even better event for them and kind of get a bit more focus about what the event is, whether it's for veterans, whether it's for modern armed forces. But I thought it was really good. That was a great one. A special thank you, a special mention here goes to the Deputy Mayor for Critical Mass Community Cycle Ride. That was, those who came along or saw that were part of that. That was fantastic. So 150 people cycling through town, from children on balance bikes up to 80-year-olds on e-bikes. It was really good. If only that rain hadn't kicked in at the last minute, it would have been perfect. So thank you. Lots of school fairs, they're amazing, love them. But some fun ones were Housewood Park Year 3s this week. I went to see whose project had been, how can we make our town better? And they wanted to report their findings to me to report back to you. Now, I was very excited to hear what 7 and 8-year-olds have said. And I must say that in their answers, I did feel the hand of their teacher. Because they wanted more food banks and community fridges. They wanted more taps and places to fill up water bottles. They wanted more homeless shelters, and they wanted parks that could be for everybody, from young children through to old people, so that they didn't get bored when watching the children at the park. Now, I was hoping for roller coasters in the High Street. I thought that could tie in nicely with Councillor de Bell's pedestrianisation, maybe. And maybe a slide at East Court, but woefully they were very sensible and very grown up of mine, but inspiring little minds. The other one that was truly inspiring was the Street Pastors 10-year celebration, their 10 years in the town, and the amazing work they do, and hearing firsthand about some of the lives that they've actually saved for people over the years. And myself and the Mayoress are going out with them over the summer to help them get out there, drop some water to drunk people. But that was really moving, and they are such a group of unsung heroes in this town, what they do. So I think I'll probably end it there, but it's brilliant, and I'm really excited. I'm really enjoying being mayor. I'm excited for what the rest of the year comes. The other one that I must mention is the first of my mayor events that is locked into the diary is the 7th of October, which is the barn dance. There will be a quiz night, which Councillor Belty doesn't know that I'm going to be leaning on him for his razor sharp wit and brilliant hosting skills, and a charity race night as well. But I think I might do one where you actually are the horses. So those dates will be coming out soon. But the 7th of October, the barn dance, the cooler is booked, the hay is being ordered. The town clerk is twitching at the thought of hay in Meridian Hall, but it will be fun. Okay, so thank you, and thank you for the opportunity. Item number 5 is to receive communications that the leader of the council may desire to lay before the council. So over to you.
Thank you, Tamer. I just really want to go on record now. We were waiting at the last FNDP meeting, sign of the dotted line for St Barnabas. That completed the very next day. So just as everyone was going on annual leave. So I know that the officers have been working hard to try and get some things done over there. So St Barnabas is now completion and is part of our portfolio. So that's good news moving forward. I just wanted to also remind everybody that next Sunday, which is the 8th, it's the Whitehall bombing 80th anniversary. And that will be at the War Memorial here at East Court, meeting at 10 past 5. And then we've got 2 minutes silence at, is it 17 minutes past 5? So it would be lovely as many of us could attend as possible. It is quite a thing for East Grinstead. Outside of London, it was the biggest loss of lives through the bombing. And so it's something that I know that I'll be attending, and you would all be very, very welcome indeed. Thank you. Thank you, Tamer.
Thank you, Town Leader. I'm very sad to miss that one. So I'll be in Austria on town twinning, but the Deputy Mayor is in safe hands to think of that thing. Item number 6 is dispose of any business outstanding from the last meeting. There is none. Item number 7, Principal Council update. Unfortunately, the Councillor Eggleston, leader of the District Council, nor Mr. Toogood, the new monitoring officer, were available to attend the meeting tonight. Both have said they would love to attend in the future. So this evening, we are very lucky to have new Mid Sussex District Councillor Lee Farron, who is going to speak briefly. Speak briefly about his experience as a new councillor at Mid Sussex District Council. He's happy to take away any questions that we may have for the district, also known as my chauffeur.
I'll have to be quiet about this one.
So over to you.
Thank you, Sam. At East Live yesterday, Julie Holden came up to me with her pink hat on and asked me if I could give her an update on Mid Sussex District Council. But being in the role for only 2 months, I feel I'm not yet qualified to do this. So I thought I would just give a quick overview on the life as a newbie district councillor. Firstly, who am I? I'm sure most of you know me. I'm Councillor Lee Farron. Grew up in London and moved to EG in 1995. Married to Councillor Helen Farron, the new town leader. I run a small business in town doing design and web. I'm on the committee of East Grinstead Business Association, and I'm a trustee at East Grinstead Sports Club, which is a charity. And would you believe it, I still play football. Why did I become a district councillor? Firstly, I love our town. Absolutely love our town. And it seemed like a logical step after spending 6 years as the CEO of East Grinstead Business Association to help carry on the work to try and support residents and businesses within the town. My arm was slightly twisted by a couple of councillors around this table. I won't mention names. And Min's ladies even got involved in the nudging. Councillor Helen Farron, the wife, was up for re-election. It made me think I'll give this a go. Over the last few years, I've got to know many of you town district councillors through my role of the Business Association, and the work you guys do has intrigued me during that time. So what is my new role? I've been selected to go onto the licensing committee, along with Councillor Mockford and Councillor DeBell. I'm pretty sure I know nothing about licensing, so there is so much to learn. Or I should say I knew nothing about licensing. Since I was humbled to be voted in to the town, it's like going back to college. Lots of training and lots of overviews to attend. So far, 10th of May was the welcoming welcoming meeting for all, where I got to meet the other 47 councillors in the district council. A lot of you I know already, which made it easier. On the following day, we had the induction day 1 for new councillors, followed by, on the 19th, induction day 2 for new councillors. What did I learn from that? I've got to try and read the Constitution. I've got to carry on reading the district plan. And I found out Mid Sussex is water stressed. Then on the 24th, we had annual council. It's a tried and tested process where cabinet committee leaders and members are all voted in to the appropriate councils committees. But it's great to be in amongst a process that's gone on for years. I was lucky to sit on the design review for one of our proposed the land south of Crawley Down new housing development. But I was purely an observer because I had no idea about planning yet. Again, that was fascinating. I sat as my first experience of the licensing committee. I sat as an observer in a case brought forward to the committee, where people were selling alcohol to underage children, and again, fascinating. Then I attended the intro to overview and scrutiny. Fascinating. Then I started my licensing training, part 1, because I can't sit on the committee until I've finished all my licensing training. And now I've got to start reading the Liquor Licensing Act of 2003. So that's what I've been doing. In conclusion, after 2 months in the role, there's still so much to learn. But I am so lucky to have some experienced district councillors around me here on this table. And your advice and the information you've given me has been invaluable. And I thank you so much for that. It's really appreciated. I'm enjoying it. I'm honoured to be voted in by the people of East Grinstead Imberhall Ward. And I hope to be a good councillor, and I'm proud to wear the badge. So watch this space.
Are there any questions for Councillor
Why am I still going for
Thank you, Chairman. Councillor Farron, on behalf of the committee, I would like to say thank you very much for taking the time to come in today and talk to us about your experience at the district. And I would like to, on behalf of everybody, just wish you all the very best for the next 4 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Councillor. Item number 8 is to receive and consider the minutes of the committees. Could I start with Councillor Odie to do an update and propose the planning minutes, please?
Yes, thank you, Chairman. I would like to propose the following planning minutes and page numbers on the following dates. I'll put them all in together on block if that's okay for everybody. So the planning meeting on the 15th of May 2023, pages 1 minutes 1 to 3. Planning meeting 22nd of May 2023, page numbers 5 to 10, minute numbers 13 to 19. Planning meeting 12th of June 2023, page numbers 20 to 26, and minute numbers 43 to 51. And finally, planning meeting 27th of June 2023, page numbers 31 to 36, and minute numbers 71 to 77. I would like to propose those minutes and meetings, please. Have a second.
I second that, Deputy Mayor.
Thank you very much. All those in favour? Thank you.
If you need to.
Whispered in my ear to remind councillors that could they please stand up when they speak.
It's for council.
I read my standing orders and I knew I should have written that.
I apologise.
Yeah. Please could I invite Councillor Whittaker to propose the public service minutes, please?
Thank you so much.
Stand up. Nobody else did.
There have been 2 public services committee meetings. The first was on the 15th of May, which was at the town council meeting, mayor making meeting, and that was on the 15th of May. And minutes, pages 2, minute numbers 4 to 6 inclusive. And then there was a further meeting, the first proper meeting of the Public Services Committee was on Thursday, the 1st of June, which was a very extensive meeting, nearly 2 hours, a very, very good meeting. We were very grateful to have the presence of our MP, Lynn Davis, at that meeting. So, some big meaty items on the agendas. An update from Inspector Dave Derrick from the neighbourhood policing team, which was very good. Principally, the business of that council was to receive a presentation from the Modality GP Practice Group, where there have been, as members know, a number of concerns for a while. So I'm pleased to say that following that meeting, they have forwarded an action plan, and they and we are going to monitor that. We touched on some of the issues with the pharmacies as well, with Lloyd's pharmacies in particular currently being sold and being luckily purchased by independent companies now, and obviously the roadwork situation potentially with a possible new way forward with further parish and district involvement. So without further ado, I'd like to propose the meeting on the 1st of June, pages numbers 11 to 15, minutes numbers 20 to 30. Can I have a second? Thank you. If any members have any questions, then I'd like to put that to the vote, please, to approve those meeting minutes. Thank you.
Okay, that's carried.
Please can I ask Councillor Belsey propose the Ministry and Tourism Committee minutes?
Thank you, Town Mayor. We've had two meetings of the Communities and Tourism Committee. Firstly, we had a meeting on 15th of May, which is minute page 3, minutes number 7 to 9. And secondly, we had a meeting on the 8th of June, which is page number 16 to 19, and minute numbers 31 to 42. Do I have any questions about those minutes?
Second and first, and then get a second
Okay,
first.
second
Okay.
first.
Could I get a second of those minutes?
I'll second that,
Do I have any
Councillor.
questions about those minutes? Anyone else would like to?
Thank you.
Put them to the vote.
Thank you.
That's,
And lastly,
you may need to be asking for those against, not all hands going up.
I thought all members of the committee's hands were going up.
Can I just remind council that it doesn't make any difference whether you sit on the committee, you are not, this is for the council to be approving the decisions of those particular, that particular committee. Every council member has a vote on every committee that comes forward.
Okay. Were there
They've just
any-
about been carried, I think,
Were
counting
there
the
any
numbers.
against on the last one? No. Okay. Is everyone happy with that clarity then? Okay. Lastly, we'll get this slip. Councillor Fanning.
Thank you, Town Mayor. Well, surprisingly, Finance and General Purposes have had two meetings so far. Obviously, our first one was at the annual town meeting, which was held on the 15th of May. We also had a very robust meeting on the 15th of June 2023, where there's many things discussed. Before I propose the minutes, though, I would just like to make a change to add another member to the new Environmental and Sustainable Travel Committee. We talked about it, but it wasn't actually minuted. And I'd like to add Councillor John Belsey to that. May I have a second for that? Thank you, Deputy Town Mayor. Right, so I'm going to propose the minutes and with that amendment to them.
No,
No.
you're going to please take a vote on
that
adding
first.
Councillor Belsey to that group.
And that's everybody.
And
to
then
vote
you'll
on
do,
that.
then, yeah, absolutely. Then
Thank
you will
you.
take a vote on your minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So please can I have a show of hands to approve the addition of Councillor John Belsey to the committee?
That's carried.
Thank you. Thank you, Town Clerk.
What would we do without this?
Right, so the minutes for that I'd like now to propose are for the FNGP dated the 15th of May 2023, page 4, minute numbers 10 to 12, and the 15th of June 2023, pages 27 to 30, minutes 52 to 70. Please may I have a second? Thank you, Councillor Mrs. Belsey. We can move to take a vote. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Happy with everything there, Councillor?
Absolutely. Thank you, Chair.
I knew I'd get it wrong.
No, you're good.
It's all very complicated. You know. Some of us have been doing it a very long time and still very wrong. So.
I thought I got it
To
right.
be fair, Chair, it's very, very seldom that you will have a conversation and they make a change to something that's happened from a meeting, but it does happen and it can happen. And that is indeed the role of council. You can revisit the items that were discussed in those meetings and then you can make a new decision here, which is exactly what you've just done by adding Councillor Belsey to that group.
Brilliant, thank you. Every day's a school day. Number 9, to approve the planning meeting, to approve moving of the planning meeting from the 5th to the 6th of July. This has been advertised with a new date as a delegated decision following the discovery that there was a social on the same night with a regular hire. This is really confirmed that the date is changed is noted and approved by council. Could I propose that, please?
I'll second.
Any questions about that date change?
Just like it noted. Oh, I just like it. Oh, sorry, yes. I just like it noted that unfortunately, due to the date change, I'm not able to attend.
All right, thank you.
Sorry.
Can I have a show of hands to approve that date change?
That's carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Item number 10 is to authorise the sealing of the following documents: the grant of executive right of burial, numbers 2284 through to 2294. Could I propose these, please? Could I have a second?
I'll second that, Tony.
Thank you. And can I have a show of hands to approve, please?
That's carried.
Thank you. Item number 11 is to approve changes to the standing orders. Standing orders are reviewed in January each year. However, occasionally changes from the NELC and the accountancy and audit or transparency regs, which amend best practice for law and need reflecting. The responsible finance officer has picked up on a couple of changes which should be in our standing orders and has amended them appropriately. These were identified before the elections, and the copy of the standing orders issued to the councillors at the time included these amendments. Therefore, assuming that council approves the changes, your hard copy is up to date. Can I propose the changes on block, please? Can I have a second?
I'll second that, Tony.
Does anyone want to speak about those changes? No. Can I have a show of hands to adopt them, please?
Thank you.
Item number 12 is to consider appointing a councillor to lead on dementia matters regarding the services and awarenesses in the town. I don't know if there's a nomination. If somebody wants to take the lead, that would be great. The clerk will be organising some dementia friend sessions for new councillors, as we are signed up as a council to be dementia friendly. Is there anybody that wishes at this stage to put themselves forward in that role? Don't all rush.
I'll have to carry on doing it.
In that case, are we
Sorry, in the absence of anybody else, I've been chairman of HK. I'm just standing down from that, but they do like to mention sessions. I know they participate, and I know the town clerk participate. If it would be helpful, I'd be happy to put myself forward. It's a commitment that needs sort of confirmation of dates and availability, etc. But I would be happy to put myself forward from the town clerk.
I think that as the town clerk is sitting here going, that would be great. I'm sure that you will be ably supported by the town clerk in this role and to facilitate any help you need with that commitment. So, could I have a second for? I would propose Councillor Belzy very quickly. Can I have a second for that, please?
I will most wholeheartedly.
Anybody else want to have a counter nomination at all? In that case, I'll have a show of hands to adopt Councillor Belzy to that. One against. She is against. I think she fears his overcommitment. But in all seriousness on that matter, I'm sure the town clerk will assist you when needed as much as possible, and as will any of us.
And it's community, so absolutely.
It's community issues, so yeah, you're not alone on that. Item number 3, the disposal of 3 vehicles. Harry is asking permission to sell the vehicles. The council does not have a disposal of assets policy in place, which will be coming forward. However, as these 3 vehicles are now indeed in need of disposal, it is suggested that they be agreed now. The mechanism for disposal is quotes from dealers and insurance company. However, it is felt that a better price can be achieved. We will advertise the vehicles on our website and social media. Councillor asked to approve, if minded, please, asked to approve, if minded, please propose, ask the chair of A&T, I'm reading this.
I think that's my note to you.
That's my note to me, I'm now reading. I'm paying attention to mine, isn't it? You know what would be really good is if I didn't have to do this straight after East Court Live. And I could get some sleep in between. So I want to get rid of these vehicles, and can I propose that we do that, please? Can I have a second?
Yes, I'll second that. Tony.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone got any comments about that, sir?
Maybe the chairman of A&T, as they are 3 vehicles which sit underneath that person's committee, which is the suggestion of maybe they have something to say, but maybe not. Fine.
In that case, we have, we have something.
It's only if you did.
Just a thank you. So just a question, is our replacement also the same manufacturer, Macy Ferguson, or is it a different type? The reason I ask is, would it be more beneficial to retain the existing tractor for spares for that new vehicle?
I think the answer is no.
In that case, if the answer is no, then I have no
If
objection.
my memory serves correct, it's
Yeah,
no.
me too.
Thank you.
I'll ask a question.
You may.
So there were some values detailed on the sheet, on the asset sheet that we were given. I just wondered what value had been already assumed in the accounts on the balance sheet and whether there's any difference.
This is one of the strange things with regards to local authority accounting is we don't have values put onto the balance sheet with regards to those assets like our vehicles. Our assets as our buildings are valued, but anything else doesn't go in. It's just one of those peculiarities, one of the things we will obviously address with regards to finance training. So there are no values currently sat on the balance sheets for these particular vehicles at all. As to what the values are, that I'm afraid I don't know. That was information I was hoping was going to appear in the report that came out from the Deputy Town Clerk, but I'm afraid he hasn't included that information. So I don't know quite what he's seeking for them and where he's seeking to go. The only thing I will assure Council is that we will be seeking absolute best value, and we'll be looking at various different ways of disposal to ensure that it's not just one and done. Because we don't have a disposal of assets policy in place, which we only became aware of when this came up. And the Deputy Town Clerk was absolutely insistent he wanted to bring this to Council this time. But I personally feel there should have been a little bit more detail to tell us how he was going to dispose. So that is something I will be picking up with him, and I give councils my assurance that we will. I know Harry's fine with it; he's got it all in hand. He just hasn't written it down, and we will make sure that we do give best value. And if you wish to have that reported back to yourselves outside of council as to exactly the steps we took, I'm more than happy to do so.
Thank you. In that case, we have, let's go for the vote on that.
Thank you, that's carried.
Item number 14 is to note and approve that Councillor Whitaker was the council representative on the recent Mindlesheim trip. Yeah, go back and do it again. Ordinarily, the town mayor would always be the official representative of the council for twinning visits. However, on this occasion, the mayor or deputy mayor able to attend, and Councillor Whitaker, who is attending anyway, was asked to go as a council representative. I will be attending next weekend the trip to Schwartz. While there, he gave a speech on behalf of council and attended official functions. So tempted to add in and look like he had a very good time. It is now for council to confirm that Councillor Whitaker was the official representative of the East Grinstead Town Council for this trip. I'm happy to propose this. May I have a second, please?
I would like to second that comment.
All in favour?
That's carried.
I'd like to say thank you, and thank you to Councillor Whitaker for representing me in my capacity as president of the town twinning at this event. And Councillor Whitaker, I believe you have something worth to say about it.
Thank you very much for mentioning that. It was a privilege to attend on your behalf. I accompanied Nick Hodges, who was former Councillor Hodges, who was the chair of the Twinning Association, and his wife, with some other delegates from East Grinstead. The formal twinning arrangement with Mindlesheim in Germany was signed in 1994. So we have a great tradition, not just with Mindlesheim, but with other towns. And this was a particularly famous, it's every 3 years, this event. We have very strong historical ties with Mindlesheim. Their mayor, Dr. Stefan Winter, has been mayor for 24 years. They have a slightly different structure over there. But he and his team are very grateful that, as ever, East Grinstead Town Council fully support their event. And we exchange gifts, and this is exchanged to you. Very much. Thank you.
not there. Thank you, heartfelt. Thank you for going. Looked like a wonderful trip, and the costumes and things. It looked. I was very jealous that I couldn't make it. I'm slightly more concerned about the Schwartz trip when I read the itinerary and it read that there's a mayor's challenge. I'm not quite sure what this mayor's challenge involves or what I need to pack, but hopefully, as a slightly younger mayor, it might be a running race. Thank you very much, Council. The last thing to note is that the next council meeting is on the 2nd of October. I would like to close this meeting at 7:38 and invite you all into the mayor's parlour, where I'm sure that we now have a bottle opener and a wine cellar as well. So thank you.